Hi, this is Brandon from Watches on You. We're back at JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota, reviewing a very unique Rolex. This is the Rolex Day-Date Oysterquartz, an 18-karat solid gold with a burled dial. So this is a very specialized piece and has a very interesting story behind it. Let's drop down to the inspection pad and we can take a closer look at this watch. Okay, let's take a closer look at the Day-Date Oysterquartz. Now, before I start the rest of the review, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder that this piece is available pre-owned here at JB Hudson Jewelers for $9,200. I'll leave a link in the description to their post, and I'll also leave some other links for other interesting articles online about this watch that describe its history a little bit more. So let's jump right into the rest of the review. So let's move right onto the case, start off with the case here. So the case is very interesting for a Rolex, given that it has this beautiful kind of Harold Henta-esque integrated bracelet. And again, it is solid gold. I mean, this is a very special watch. It's like the President, except not at all like the President because of the case shape. I mean, it really does look a lot like a piece designed by Harold Henta. And the case size is actually 36 millimeters, which is, I mean, perfect for a day-date. I mean, just any dress watch, I mean, it's perfect for 36 millimeters. That's kind of, I mean, the standard when it comes to those. So moving on to probably the most interesting part of this watch is the movement. Now, the movement in this watch is the Rolex 5055 movement. And this is probably one of the most over-engineered quartz movements, and it's one of the first quartz movements produced by Swiss watchmakers, and it is just, it's spectacular. One of the most unique parts of this movement is the sound. So it was essentially designed like a mechanical movement that has a quartz crystal oscillating in it, and again, I'll post a link to how it exactly works and how the development story. There's some really good articles out there about it, so again, just look in the description about that. But the sound of this movement is just spectacular. So you probably heard the clicking there, and that is because it has this pallet that rotates, and every second it rotates one, and it's just a very heavy click sound. It's very unique compared to some other quartz watches that I've encountered. So moving on to another very interesting aspect of this watch. Now, this watch has a wooden dial. Now, I know there's some kind of quartz wooden dial, not very expensive watches going around, but this is a very high-end watch to have a wooden dial. And they didn't just go with any wood. They went with burl, which is just, it looks awesome. It's just a very classic wood material that you see a lot of old desks made out of and things of the sort. So moving on to the my kind of overall opinion about this watch. I think this might be a very good opportunity for future investment. I mean, going forward in the future, these watches are starting to become more and more collectible. So I think in the future, its value will definitely go up. And again, being that this one is solid gold with a burl dial just makes it all that more unique. Now, this watch actually did come with a white gold. There was a white gold option available. It was only available with the Day-Date in white gold and yellow gold. This is obviously the yellow gold. So let's just move on to a wrist shot. Now, the deployant clasp is kind of the same as a lot of old Rolex deployant clasps. I mean, very easy to take off and put back on. I mean, it's very nice. So we will put that on there. And as you can see, the 36 millimeter size is perfect, and it is a little, I mean, it's very sporty. I mean, given the sharp lines of it, it looks awesome. And this one's actually from 1983, so kind of that time, the design kind of evokes that time, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Sorry about the focus there. So, if you like this video, please remember to subscribe and share. And remember, this watch is on sale at JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sorry about the focus there. Okay, there we go. So yeah, please remember to like and subscribe, and also remember to mention us if you end up purchasing this watch. Thank you.